What's up, everyone? It's episode number 52. Down here at RealLifeish Friends podcast is where the group chat makes it into a podcast. I am one of your hosts, Kimberly.
I'm Mila.
Yep, we have a great show for you tonight. You know why? Because we
Why?
watched two things this week. Not just one. We did two things.
Overachievers.
Exactly. You can't get no better than that. You can't get no better than that. Buddy.
Overachievers.
So we'll go ahead and Mila wanted to go to the Asian supermarket.
Pan Asian market.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I wasn't able to meet her, but I did go on another day. And I can't believe I was gonna drink my juice online to show y'all what it tastes like, and it was gonna be my first time tasting it. But
Where is it, ma'am?
hey, cousin, but it's in the it's in the refrigerator, so that's not happening.
Let me just say first how Kim called me yesterday in a tizzy because I went on Saturday and let's just say, ooh, it was jumping, baby, like it was the second line in Mardi Gras. It was crowded. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Uncle.
Hey, auntie and auntie, did I say
And
it right?
so it was bananas. And even the line to get food was like a club line. So I said, let me not just do this. So I just kind of perused the streets, the aisles, a little bit, because what was left, because you'd have thought it was a snow day, uh, the shelves was a little empty. But I did get the grape flavored, grape shaped ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I bought some tea, ginger tea, and a bag of truffle chips, and that was really good.
Oh.
And so I decided, hey, let me send Kim a picture of the ice cream that I got. Well, lo and behold, she called me yesterday mad because I didn't send her the whole entire box, and I only just sent her a picture of one. And she said I should have sent her the whole picture with three in the box because she was around there looking for a single ice cream.
That is
How
true.
rude.
You have not made a lie yet.
And so I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know I was supposed to send you a picture of three when I would think that you would know that there would be a couple of them in a box.
And how would I know this? I've never been to an Asian supermarket before.
Now,
How would
there
how would
could,
I know?
I don't know. I just thought maybe just critical thinking skills was just say there's multiple in the pack. Don't know. But she was in a tizzy.
Because
Now,
one, let me tell you why. Because one, I was looking for one. I wasn't looking for three. And when you're thinking you're looking for a container that's about this size that looks like grapes, you're not going to be looking for a container about this size that you can probably barely see the grapes part on it because the stuff be look frosted inside. I'm just saying. So continue.
so why you tell me there was that three in the pack? You should have sent me the whole picture. And mind you, I'm at work. And she just having herself a come apart because I didn't send her the entire picture. Which I thought, okay, if I send you a picture, you know it's a pack of them around there somewhere. Now, while there could have been a single serving or just one single container, sold at the bakery or the deli or the little food court. Don't know. But there was 3 in a box. So I failed. I guess I failed Kim and didn't send her a picture of the whole box. So, but nonetheless, she bought all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And what is the verdict?
Oh, the grape was good. So obviously, me and Mila went to the Panda Fest, and I believe I got peach or peach.
I think I think I had got a mango, but I couldn't
Yeah, I
remember
think you
which
got
one I got.
mango. I think
Okay.
I got peach. But the grape one, first of all, it was purple inside. Already a plus. Then it had what seemed to be little bites of grape in it that I taste.
Mhm.
So that was wonderful.
It was. She like, and I'm telling you, I would
Thank
go
you,
back.
cousin. Thank you, cousin. Yeah, she should have sent it as a package. She bought it as a pack, sent it as a pack. You just might work and be my fave cousin after all. You might be working on it.
No, no, so we'll let her have that today. You know what? My bad. I failed to send something that I just assumed she would realize that it was a pack. So sorry. But she bought it and she liked it.
Mm,
So, would you go back and buy some more?
yeah.
Would you try another flavor?
My mama was happy that I was able to eat it because I told her if I wasn't able to eat it, I would have to give it away.
Who was you gonna give it away to?
I guess you since you liked it, but don't have to happen anymore.
Well, praise God that you like the grape flavor because it doesn't. It tastes. It has an ice cream. I feel like it's a cold Laffy Taffy.
Oh, what?
That's the texture it gives me. It don't give you that
No.
like a Laffy Taffy because it's not like ice cream. I mean, it's ice cream, but you know how ice cream is soft. Like it had like a.
Was it not soft to you?
It
It has
was,
an
but
outside shell that is just a
yeah.
shell. So if anything, it would be similar to like those fudge popsicles or whatever, those chocolate covered popsicles at best because of
Okay,
the
yeah.
shell. But
Hmm.
laugh it heavy.
It kind of felt like it had like a little. I don't know. That's
I don't
what it.
know. But looks like we got another subscriber. We at 66 now. Okay.
Hi.
Thank you.
Come again. Keep coming. And if we get one more subscriber, I'll show you Sonny.
Nobody. Okay.
So Pan Asian market, I think it was good. Uh uh I would definitely go back. I think I would probably next time I go would be during the week. So I can at least see what's in the food court. Uh but uh and maybe the shells will be a little more stocked. The fruit did look good.
Yeah, what was I at? I had to have been at Publix. No, I was at Costco. And like the Asian pear or whatever, I'm gonna call it Asian pear. I don't remember if it was really the Asian pear, but they had them in the rest at the supermarket as well. And I was like, it was a big pear that looked like a grapefruit. You know how like the grapefruits look? It
Mm-hmm.
was shaped that way, and I was confused because pears are shaped like this. They're
And
not
how was
shaped
their
like
shape?
this. It was shaped like a big grapefruit.
Hmm.
So
I would go back though because I think I would like to kind of really peruse that fruit and vegetables. Because some
yeah,
stuff did look.
I saw some like bok choy and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I would go back. I think it looks better than the Asian market near me. Maybe the lighting is a little bit better because
I've
the one over
never
here by
been to
me got
one.
about a 40-watt light bulb.
I've never been to one before.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Hmm. That's where I go get my little rose water and stuff. Uh,
Mm. Okay. Mm. I don't want to. Well, it ain't by your house, right?
not no, it's a couple X's
Okay.
before. It's
Okay.
off the
Okay.
White
Okay. Okay.
Bridge,
Okay.
off
Okay.
Charlotte, and yeah,
Okay.
not
Okay.
sure.
So
Yeah.
over there by Soul. Over there by Soul. That's where it's
You
at,
go,
right?
you gone too far. You come
Oh,
back up.
okay. So
Yeah, you know
what's the
what
market by
the
Soul then? Is that a
I think that's just it's probably internet. It's a regular, probably international some type market.
oh,
You
okay,
know
okay, okay.
where the cookout is on Charlotte and White Bridge.
The only cookout I know where is at in Nashville is on West End. That's my
Mm-mm.
knowledge.
But it's
Mm.
right. It's
We'll talk about
near.
it offline because I don't want to
Yeah,
get, we don't want to, yeah.
but
I don't
it's
know.
good, and it's a little. Now the one on, like I say, the one over here by me is a little. It's a little congested. It's a little.
Mm.
It's not as wide open and spacious as the new one. But
So
again, this is the
do they sell like cooked food in there too?
no cooked
Oh,
food.
okay, okay,
Mm-mm. And no cooked food, but they do have like the fruit, and then they have the meat section and all of that.
okay. And the
Uh,
seafood with the heads and all that stuff.
hmm and they
And I
don't,
didn't even know they had different kinds of tilapia. I'm just saying, I didn't know. It was like some kind of red, some tilapia, and I said, "It's not just tilapia."
and well, and that's where I go to get, like, at work. They be wanting candy, so I go in there and get the little international candy. It'd be really good.
Mm.
Uh, in there. Uh, but I mean, if you like really is a cook, like you can probably get you some good spices and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think, like I say, I enjoyed it. I would go back again. It would be uh during the week. But they also, I think they like open 365, like they never close. Uh,
Oh.
but the hours, may be um shortened or whatever. Don't you jump up there.
Now I will say this: when I first went over there, and then I
Mm-hmm.
saw the like getting ready to walk in, it gave me like casino vibes.
Casino.
Like it was a lot of lights going on. It was a lot of lights and stuff going on. A lot of colors. And I said, okay, then. I was like, a light casino, like the casino with all the lights on. But it was when I first entered, I was like, it was giving like that, or either like some kind of arcade or something. Like it was giving that. It wasn't necessarily giving like I'm walking into a supermarket.
Well,
If somebody would have
I would
said
give you that.
I'm going into a supermarket and I like pick out which one was the supermarket, I would have got that wrong. If they would have gave me like a picture and be like, pick the supermarket, I would have been like casino, arcade room, like we're going somewhere like that. Like I would have never
I mean,
picked
it
out.
was bright, and that's why
Yes.
I'm just.
And
That's
it
why
had a
I'm
lot of
put.
colors.
It did. It had a
Yeah.
lot of color. Did you notice, like, the little game? Not little games, but when you put your little quarter in, get little shit out
Mm,
the machine and stuff.
I probably That's probably some of the things that I saw that made me feel like, okay, I'm in the casino or something. Like
I get
it's yeah.
arcade.
But I okay. And I know that the grocery stores have like international sections, and even if they don't have international sections, they have like different things in the stores that
Mm-hmm.
are different, could be considered international. Let me put it that
Mm-hmm.
way. I was shocked that they had like queso fresco in there. Like I said, I actually even took a picture because I was shocked.
What's queso fresco? Who?
Like Mexican, like
Mm.
Hispanic dishes for Hispanic dishes, like how they
Oh,
make the cheese and stuff like that, or what they put on the little
mm.
tacos and or how they make the quesadillas and stuff like that. And like
Okay.
they may have had the cojito one as well, but I was shocked.
Hmm.
But overall, um, I'll go back. I'll definitely go back
Yeah,
when I'm
I
over
will
there.
too.
I'm not over there
Yeah,
that often, but if I go over there,
I'm definitely not in that area of town often. But like I say, I would go because next time I would like to go during the week.
mm,
Uh, maybe like when they first open or something. Maybe a couple of hours after they open, not the weekend, because it's too new right now. I think
and
once the hype, but then again, it could always be that busy in the international market
yeah,
because the ones that I go to sometimes it's packed. So I mean, there's a need for it.
yeah,
Uh, and it's fun to just kind of walk around and look at stuff that you don't know
yeah.
what it is, and you just looking at the pictures and you're like, that may be good.
Now, what I do appreciate, man, all of it has whatever language it is supposed to have,
Hmm.
but then it also has the English because, baby, I wouldn't know any better. Um, I can be like, okay, that look like a cool picture, and don't really know what it is. Um,
Well, that's why I picked up those truffle potato chips because it said truffle on the front. So
like I really want to get up. I wish I had something to grab these things over here. 'Cause
put your camera off and go and get it.
I know. But I don't want to open the bag because, yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
Well,
but I
save
was
it for a video
definitely,
then.
yeah, I was definitely intrigued and I would definitely go back. But I was really looking for, even though they say they have them at like the convenience stores, I was looking for the little cream cheese and fruit sandwiches. I thought, like, when you were saying like the deli section, I was looking for something like that. I was looking for a cold sandwich that had like the cream
Oh.
cheese with the fruit.
Well, they had the bread section that I didn't. It was, and it could have been over there because they had like different kind of breads and stuff.
Now,
So
let me also say this. I did not stay long in the store because it was going to get dark and I needed to go home.
it was dark when you went, was it?
But by the time I had to get back home, it was going to be dark. Cousin, you will love it. You when you come up here, we'll go. We'll go. We'll go. Just
I didn't think you went that late. It was gonna get dark on you.
like dark. It's gonna get dark. It's like, yeah. Because I still needed to eat some food because I didn't get the they didn't have the sandwich, so I still needed to buy food.
Okay.
So I went to Sonic. You want to know what I did? I went to Sonic.
Well, I'm proud of you for going. And now I know that if I buy something that comes in a pack of multiples to let you know.
So I know exactly what I'm looking for. Yes, thank you. So what we are watching this week, like I said, we watched two different things. Mila, which one are we going to talk about first so I can let the people in the chat know?
Mm. Let's go with Reality Check American Next Top Model because
Okay.
that's the most recent. Because I mean, even though it's just a day apart what we watched, but that one's more recent.
Okay. First of all, did you watch American Next Top Model back in the day?
I did. Like when
Okay.
Evil, I did. Like when Evil was on there. Like I do remember like that first cycle. Cause I remember it was a girl that was on there from Memphis. And I think at that time I had just moved to Memphis or something. I can't remember. But
Oh,
yes.
Robin that went
Yep.
to TSU.
Mm-hmm.
I know the
Uh
people.
because I remember when she was that he lusted that football player that was uh he was touching or doing something on her. But I watched it and I may have stopped watching maybe I don't know because I kind of remember Takara.
Okay.
Um, So it might have been kind of off and on. But I did watch it, so I do remember when it first came on. So
First,
I am familiar with Next Top Model.
so like Tyra said, during COVID, everybody started watching it. I guess on Netflix, or no, I guess it was on Hulu. Everybody would start
Hmm.
watching it, and then people said that it
It
was kind of
probably was on the
mean.
good Pluto. It looked like a good Pluto show.
Well, they was mentioning Hulu on the
Oh, okay.
doc. Yeah. So apparently that everybody was watching it. Um, because we had a lot of people had a lot of downtime during COVID and they was in the house. And people was like, oh my goodness, that's so inappropriate. Oh my goodness, that was mean, this, that, and the third. And she said, it was strange to her because she went through with everybody loving the show, loving her and stuff like that, to making it seem like she was like literally the worst person ever. And let me just preface something real quick. So me and Mila only really have, we're friends, so we have conversations outside of the podcast. Let's just put it that way. But then we have conversation that relates to the podcast about what we're watching, because we have to figure out what we're watching so we can, and who has the time and ability to be able to watch what somebody else has watched, or either we already agreed to watch XYZ. And we had
Hmm.
already agreed to basically watch American Next Top Model. It was just a decision of how many episodes and can you watch it in this certain amount of time before obviously our podcast starts on
Right.
Tuesday. We make one or two references as it relates to the show, and that's pretty much about it. And let me just tell you, we're not about to agree on anything as it relates to America Next Top Model.
Not a damn nothing. Not nothing. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna stand on my heel. I don't. Tyra's full of that bullshit. Now she gonna stand on that hill. Yeah, Tyra. Mm-mm. I ain't buying it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. 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 Don't care what nobody say. Nope.
So the only problem that I had, there's two problems I had with her. I didn't like the fact, I ain't gonna even say this. Looking back at it, I didn't like the fact of the whole let's change the race of the people.
Mm.
And what else was it? I can't remember the other thing that kind of slightly bothered me. However, I say all that to say Mila was like, Tyra is full of it. But to me, especially watching the whole full thing, listening to Tyra, I think she was wrong for not having a conversation with Mr. J.
Mm.
However, I understood that she was in an awkward position, and that's why I'm more forgiving of Tyra because of this. Because at the end of the day got to end.
That was Rose said.
But at the end of the day, they also removed Tyra from American Next Top Model. So if they remove Tyra for one season from American Next Top Model as a main character, as the main person and host, she had no control over what happened in some of those situations. So I give Tyra grace. Yes. And people were like, she's not taking accountability. She's not taking accountability. She did say things were wrong. She did. But go ahead, give your take. Mm-hmm.
I think the reason Tyra is saying what she's saying now, she has a little more control over this particular documentary that's on Netflix, because she can tell her little part of the story. Granted, it's reality TV. I get it, and I know a lot of things go on reality TV, and it's the shock factor and all of that. I just felt that If she is she's this world famous model. She knows how women are treated being models, and what they have to go through. Because I feel like, I think it was cycle one, where the little girl. Now, granted, she was drunk, but I'm not making no
Oh, Shandy.
excuses.
There wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
Shandy. I don't think that was season.
I think it was
I think
season one.
I feel like that was season two.
I just feel that in that situation there, I don't feel like the girl was protected. I think it made for good TV. And Tyra did. It was like when they was filming. If I'm dating my man, and I want him to, if he gonna look at other women, but yeah, look at other women and come back to me and love on me, and it was just like, help the girl out. It's like she wasn't, to me. She didn't seem like a. I know it's a business, but again, there was no compassion. I feel there. I,
Well,
I may be wrong, but I just feel like she was doing what she wanted to make a name for herself outside of modeling, I think. And I feel like what those girls went through, because I think it's a lot where they want to change your teeth. You see what I'm saying? They want to
mhm.
change your gap. But then 5 cycles later, you going in there fixing the white girl and
Yeah,
making
give
her
her
have a
some.
gap.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Or she not thin enough. And I know that they want you to be a certain size, and probably size 7 or 8 is plus size.
yeah,
Um,
they yeah.
you know, but I just feel like she was not taking accountability for what she did or what she participated in. But also too, I think her friendships with Jay, with Miss J Manuel or whatever. Because I think Jay actually felt like they were friends, like he really could talk to her about what was going on and how he felt.
Yeah. Now, this is where, yes, but this is where it becomes into a tricky point. When you are the boss and that is your friend, you have to be very careful what you say, because what you saying to that person becomes what the boss is saying ultimately, and not what the friend is saying. So you got to tread lightly, because you can't say the wrong thing, because even though you're friends, it's coming it's it can be taken as this is the boss saying it, and not this is my friend saying it. So
But I
I
think
think,
even with the stuff he was uncomfortable with and telling her, I think for the wow factor, for the ratings and for XYZ, like just slowly, you push them out. And because if somebody's been doing your hair and makeup for 20 years, and then
because they were
suddenly,
friends, like
right,
staying at each other houses, and this, that, and the third. They were truly friends.
they was truly friends.
Yeah.
And then business is business. I get that. But also too, and I get that there's a fine line that you have to take, between friend and business and all of that stuff. But I still felt like it could have been um, communicated a little bit better, because now that 20-year friendship
Yeah.
is no longer, and that's even with Miss J. You've been friends with him. He done helped you learn how to walk and did
Yeah.
all this stuff. And this man suffered a stroke, and you ain't called,
And well, he can't talk.
huh?
He couldn't talk. What's she gonna call for? You could have sent a video, I guess, but he
You
said
could have.
he said that she did text. Keep in mind, she no longer lives in the United States.
Where's she living in now?
Australia.
Why she over there?
I don't I don't know.
That's why she opened up them ice cream places over there in Australia.
Yeah, that's where she lives at.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So and
Oh,
also I think that I don't I he had the stroke in like 2021
I think 2022.
or something. Yeah, maybe
22.
2020. Okay. So I don't know what that travel looked like as well during that time.
Stroke or no stroke, if we friend, and whether I'm in a coma for 5 or 6 weeks or 5 or 6 months, when I get out of that, goddamn it, somebody better have a card or some dead flowers that you sent me.
Not dead flowers.
Or something, a balloon, a deflated balloon, or something that you have reached out to. I may not can't talk, but I guarantee you know one of my friends that you can at least reach out to them. But then you gonna text when you know this man is here on the television screen and giving his take on it and talking about she want to see me. I'd have told her, no, stay on at home. Stay on over there in Australia with the kangaroos and the outback and all of that
But
stuff.
she texts while this was occurring, from my understanding. Not
Right.
I'm saying like while he was like when he was in the hospital, not yeah.
She texts when they know when she knew he was gonna be sitting in front of that damn camera talking about what was going on. Because she knew that they was gonna ask that question as to why she hadn't talked to him. And then you not gonna sit
But
here.
no, they asked her about Mr. J. That's the Hispanic one.
Right.
They asked her about talking to him, and she said that she hadn't talked to him. But Miss J, the runway was in when he was in the hospital. He said that Tyra did text him, but she hasn't seen him. He said
I thought he said she had texted him, said she wanted to see him recently, like as of the filming of that, because he hadn't heard from her until maybe recently.
No, they asked about the stroke. They asked specifically about the stroke. This is the conversation I'm talking about. They asked him some specific about the stroke and has she contacted him or came to visit him, and he said that she texts.
And
now,
even
I think she did also. I think he did mention later on that she wanted to see him or something like that. But that was a separate situation. But she did text him once she knew that he had a stroke.
I ain't believing it. And then Ryan here with Jay Manuel, the makeup man.
Mr. J. So Mr. J.
Yeah. Damn, what was I finna say about him? Because because he went down and talked about kind of like the breakdown of miscommunication and why they not talking, yada yada yada. And here she come with her trench coat on and her makeup that's 2 shades lighter. I'd just rather have a conversation with him. I better talk to him. Why? Because now you're looking like a fool to me. If that's your friend, say why you ain't friends with him, why you don't want to talk about it. He was strong enough and bad enough to get on here and say why y'all ain't friends and why y'all fell out.
Like my cousin say, life and business that's different. And I truly believe that there are certain things that she probably could not say because
that was her documentary, and she didn't want.
No. I'm saying there's things because clearly she was not in control as it related to American Next Top Model. Because again, they even kicked her off and didn't make her the host for one season, and then finally ended up bringing her back. They also Miss J came back as well. Mr. J never came back, but Miss J came back. Nadja also came back,
but they was like in limited, like. They were just like that extra friend that's on Housewives. Like, okay, you here to tell us what our next assignment is, and then you gone on. It wasn't nothing like, okay, you put this on XYZ, hold your pose like this, pose. No, it was like, okay, you coming in telling us what our next assignment is, and you going on back to your trailer. No. I think this was her, and she definitely don't need to bring that now another cycle of Top Model back.
Apparently, it's supposed to be a cycle 25.
She need to let it.
That's gonna be the finale.
Loose 24 was the finale. Loose it and let it go. We don't need to see it. Now, we don't. Now, while there have been some famous ones, like Winnie Harlow,
Yeah,
Eva
yeah.
Marcel, those,
Yeah, yeah,
have,
the Costa.
yeah, she's an actress, and
Hmm.
so while there are some that have went on, I don't think the contracts was probably like, you gonna sign here and you gonna do this because, like that girl said, oh, the reason they ain't not booking you is because you want a top model. You kind of reality, TV
Yeah.
or whatever.
But like that's literally that is what was happening to people that was on reality TV anyway. Point blank.
And I have to look at
If
it
they
like
wanted to
this.
be actresses, they were still having the issues because people viewed them as reality people and not the true like talent or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So all of that became, now the lines are blurred because most people that are actors and actresses now and all this stuff, they have a social media presence. They're content
Uh-huh.
creators. They're doing all of this stuff. They're influencers and all that. So now everything has changed, but that's how it was, especially then. Now people were complaining about, what they were showing and this, that, and the third. And I remember back in the day watching Real World, which is what
Uh-huh.
Tara was saying. She kind of wanted to be the model version of American Idol / Real World. And I remember what Tammy said. She said they can only work with what you give them. And
Mm.
if you give them certain things, they may exaggerate it, but you gave it to them. You can't
I get
complain
that.
then when you give it to them. Was
But I think with
everybody
the
know
pain.
everybody has a storyline, but I did feel bad for Shandy because she said
Mhm.
she was drunk and it seemed like she wasn't aware. But I don't know if I'm hoping that she was living in her truth by saying that and not saying that because of the ramifications that she had and the consequences because she basically cheated on her boyfriend. I hope it wasn't that. I did feel bad for her, but like Tyra said, during that time, she probably really didn't have anything to do with it because that was probably pretty. She said that was production, and I can probably agree that there's probably things that Tyra probably was not on set around these girls as people would think that she would be.
But I feel like
But
she still was.
production,
She was in that editing. She. I
no,
guarantee you,
she was definitely in the editing. But
she
what
was
I'm
in that
saying is
editing
that
room.
I feel like if we're going to call anybody out on their behavior, I mean, on, pushing a certain narrative, keep in mind, they said that the only reason why they didn't, wasn't more shown as it related to that situation was because of the Janet Jackson Super Bowl and the blowback from that. So apparently it was a lot worse than what we even saw.
I just feel like that. I feel like, wow, yes, you can't. They can only, what you give is what they gonna show and all of that stuff. But I still feel like there's a line, like a moral line, a compass of, okay, the girl drunk. And then she said she asked for a cell phone. Ain't nobody gave her no cell phone. And then when they finally gave her one, and the boyfriend talking reckless, and she down there on the floor, like, have some kind of sympathy. I just feel
But
like,
it's reality, like th-
and
a
I
little
take it,
bit back
but
back then.
look at it, like this too. I mean, I get that was the time when reality TV was new, and it was
Mm-hmm.
fresh, and
Mm-hmm.
there was not much scripted stuff going on. So I get that.
Mm-hmm.
It's reality. About that was about as real as it is going to get. But I feel like still it should have been, it should have been handled a little bit differently, because the effects now of it, again, when people are going back now looking at it 20 years, 30 years later, and it's bringing up old wounds. Now the girl don't, it was just, it's different. And I know it hurts because I feel like most of those girls went on there again for stardom and to become a model. And I feel like most of them got broken down like a shotgun.
Well, let me just say this. For me, because Tyra is technically considered talent
Mm-hmm.
on the show. She was the host. Yes, she was a judge, but she's considered talent. To me, who was to blame? It seems like Ken, that was back there with the storylines, he was more to blame than Tyra. That's why I'm giving more grace to her, because she may not in the moment have known any of this stuff. Whereas Ken, that's over production, he knew what was going on.
No,
He could
and
have also changed it.
now I give you that too. I mean, okay, so I give an ounce of grace because again, she had her boss and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
But again, I feel as a woman, and she understands what it's like to be a model. Cause she always talk about sometime how was it Naomi Campbell, I guess, or somebody was mean to her
Mhm.
or
Yes.
whatever, and it was like she was essentially doing the same. Because if you don't want to be yelled at and somebody treating you totally, foolish and hurting your feelings, why would you want to do it to the next? And but you're doing it because you know the ratings are good. So really, you just doing what has been done behind the scenes to you. Now you putting it on Front Street for other
Well,
folks.
so the Tiffany situation, to me, knowing what I know now, I understand more now why Tyra was so upset with her. Did it make great TV? Yes, it also made
The
great
one she was
TV.
rooting for.
Yeah, we're all rooting for you. If they gave this girl anger management, if they worked with her behind the scenes and then got her on this thing, I would have been pissed too, because what Tyra was telling her was the truth. These other girls, Tiffany, I don't know if Tiffany felt like her reading skills are not the best or whatever. I don't read a lot either. My reading skills are good, but I know that they could be a lot better.
And
And
she could have,
because
and
I
that girl
tripped
really
up
could have
on
been
words, I just
uncomfortable.
tripped up on words earlier. Like, it is what it is. But
But
I'm
I think
okay in
that girl was
myself to,
uncomfortable. She was
yeah, but
uncomfortable because again, I look at it like this. She made, because I mean, I know I'll butcher words in a heartbeat, but who's to know what her reading level was? You see what I'm saying? It could have
but
been,
at the
it could
but
have been
at
a
the
lot
same
of stuff.
time, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm confident, even though I say words wrong or you even can't say them at all. I'm confident in my ability to know that that doesn't define who I am.
Hmm.
Tiffany probably doesn't know that. Uh, but Tyra was right. Tiffany was doing way better than those other girls, because baby, they were struggling. They were on the struggle bus, baby. They was nothing but a crock pot, baby. Cause baby, the words they were saying, I said, where are you getting them combination of letters?
Right.
Like, this is not even phonetically speaking to get this pronunciation out of your mouth. So she was doing better, but for whatever reason, Tiffany was lacking confidence. And I think that pissed Tyra off, because if I'm doing everything and you're really doing better than the other people, but you don't even believe in yourself to just continue to finish, because the issue ended up being she didn't even want to finish saying the words, like the whole script, and kind of like gave up.
Well,
And
and think about it like this: confidence is not something that you're gonna get overnight. And
no,
if you didn't have it walking in, and you trying to build on that, working through anger management, working through all that, and now you out of your comfort zone because you got to read this script, yada yada yada. So whatever little progress you made, you done kind of went back 2-3 steps, and then she's standing there hollering at you. That ain't building my confidence. Whether you tell I talk like that because I love you, my mama talk to me like that because she.
but that was after
Mm-mm.
the fact. That was after.
But
That
still.
was after the fact that she
So
wouldn't
now
do
you
it.
ain't built this girl confidence because what, honey, you done yelled at her, honey, her confidence now done went back down. Now she gonna need a whole new course in anger management.
But that happened after the fact. She was really trying to encourage her during the
It's a better way
challenge.
to, it's a better way to encourage somebody.
I
And there's
said
a,
during the challenge. She wasn't yelling at her during the challenge.
well,
That
she
was
yelled
after.
out something. They
Yeah,
don't yell at that girl.
that was at the elimination that she yelled at her because
So
she felt
whatever.
like she didn't take it serious after she got eliminated.
How you supposed to take it? You don't sat here and yelled at me and chastised me like I'm certified crazy. That girl, and I'm supposed to sit here and take it serious because now she probably want to
No, but I'm
mollywop
saying,
her
but
ass.
that happened afterwards.
Still, I don't care. You trying to build my confidence up, and then
She
I
didn't. I'm
don't.
saying she didn't yell at her before that. She was really trying to encourage her. She only yelled at her after she was eliminated and after Tiffany was laughing, joking, smiling, da da da. That's when she said it. So I'm just saying that what you're saying is not correlating because that's not the order of events that
But
happened.
it could. But her laughing after could have been her way of dealing with it. Some folks laugh when they
Yeah.
it could have been just the way she was dealing with emotion or whatever. So again, I feel okay. I can say I'm gonna give her a little ounce of grace, but she ain't getting all the damn grace. She get a little bit of it
Yeah.
because
So
she knows as a black woman how it is that you again have to work 10 times harder. Yeah, and then because it was like each time stuff got crazy and crazier as these um poses went. Y'all got somebody now shot up and at a crime scene, and that girl talking about
mhm,
her mama got shot by domestic violence, but you want her sit there shot
yeah.
up in the head posing
And
insensitive.
I do remember the whole Kenya situation because they was kept on talking about how that girl kept eating and they had her gluttony, they had us an elephant. Like it was just always just giving big. I felt bad for her because she was mentioning that she grew up and she was the skinny one. She walked into
Mm-hmm.
the model world. Now all of a sudden she's like the big one
Right.
and she didn't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
didn't understand that one.
right. I think, and I can't. We can't take. I don't discredit nothing that them girls went through. And
Yeah.
again, we weren't there, but from what I saw on that show, sister Tyra could have done just a little bit better with the girls, and showing a little empathy and compassion. Because my thing is, if you know what you went through in the early days of modeling and how to come up in it, and somebody telling you too dark, you too thin, and then when she get a little weight on her, now that when she had a little talk show. "No, I'm this, I'm that, I'm loving my curves," but then on the show you got to be small, you know.
But that's two different words. This will be this is how I see it. If you want to go, say for instance, you want to, let me think, what you want to do. Let's I just make it fit. What you want to do? Just in general.
Go to sleep.
Okay. Okay.
Bitch, you got to be more specific. What I want to do? Go to sleep. Do you ask me what do I want to do? What I want to do?
Okay, so I we'll just continue to use modeling then because not go to sleep. So if you have been a model, you know what the
Mm-hmm.
model industry is like. It's best to say, hey, the designers are not going to want to look at you because you are a size 2 and most of their things are size 0 or double 0.
Mm-hmm.
So if I tell you as a two that you have to lose weight or something in order to be picked up by the designers because this designer's things run small. So I don't even know any better, but maybe a double zero is smaller than a zero. I don't know. Because my numbers are two letters, two numbers. It's not just one, so I don't know how that works. But in the event, but I'm saying, like, so if I'm telling you all of this stuff and I'm trying to direct you into a path of this, if you don't take that direction and you don't take those suggestions to heart, it's really not necessarily my fault if if somebody says, "Oh, we can't fit you because you're too big." Like, I tried to help you.
But wouldn't
Could
you
she
think
have did
that?
more? Absolutely. I'm not saying that she couldn't have did more. But I'm saying that, to me, Kimberly, I think the blame that's being put on Tyra should be displaced other places besides Tyra.
Now, all right, I'm picking up what you're laying down, but
I'm
again,
not
my
saying
thing,
she's blameless. I'm just
right?
saying that I think she's getting more blowback, pushback, hate than she deserves, because I think a lot of the stuff, if they fired you from your own show, you didn't have that much control.
But that was only to damn near close to the end. So my
Yeah.
thing is this: if you have this show and you want to change the trajectory of what models go through, and you know that, yes, say Calvin Klein only makes uh his highest size may be a 6, and again, in the modeling world, that may be considered plus size. But if you want to change it, how about you get one of those designers that you're working with to try and help you change the narrative of sizes, size wise? Because everybody on that show end up being thin, winning. It was just like it was focused on that. So it wasn't, I guess, maybe to after she got her show and maybe she got kicked off of it and got her own talk show, then she was like, she don't want to be bullied by her size.
Having issues with her size anyway, because they were making fun of her even in the earlier seasons or whatever. They were making fun of her because, the thing about, and people were even on social media questioning whether or not Tyra was a supermodel, and she clearly was a supermodel. The thing about supermodels is this: they fell into two characteristics. I mean, two columns. They were either fashion or they were commercial. Tyra
Mm.
ends up being commercial, and I feel like Cindy Crawford was very commercial as well. Whereas you take the Naomi's, the Iman,
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the other. I can't think of the white people. I just know Cindy. I can't think of the other one. I know
Kate
Heidi
Moss.
Klum, but Kate
Kate,
Moss. Yeah,
yeah.
they were more high fashion.
Mm-hmm.
They were more fashion ones. Like I said, Cindy, Tyra, they were more like commercial appeal. They were, doing the Victoria's Secret. They was doing some of the cosmetics and all of this
I
stuff.
thought
So
Cindy, she didn't do a little bit with Versace
she
during that time.
she may have been, but to
Okay.
me, Cindy was more commercial than half fashion, because Cindy also had more curves and was not necessarily straight, stick
Mm-hmm.
thin like the Kate Moss and other ones. Even Heidi
Mm-hmm.
Klum was more commercial ish because, Victoria's Secret. You think about
Right.
Giselle Bundchen, like those are people that are more commercial, whereas like a Kendall, Jenner and Gigi Hadid, they're more, I guess, considered high
More
fashion.
fashion
Yeah, they're
houses.
more fashion models instead of more commercial.
Because that's
Like
what
because there's a lot
what's
of
the
people
name?
that may be models that you don't necessarily see unless you're actually watching, the runway. Hey, little mama. Hey, Tamia.
Tamia, you
Glad
ain't
to see
been
you
watching us
back.
lately.
Okay, where you been?
What you been
Mm.
doing, Tamia? The people
So,
wants to know.
so yeah. So I think at least like that's how I see them. I see them as a difference. Iman. Because also when they was talking about the fact that back in that day there was like heroin chic was going on, like
Mm-hmm.
the very thin models, like because most of the models, you think about it this way, most of the high fashion models, for lack of better words, are shaped like a board or a ruler. They are straight up and down, no curves, nothing. But
And
then
I
you
mean, I
take
think
some,
that's the norm now. I
yeah.
mean, even now, when you look at social media or you're looking at the Kardashians or whoever, popular now, they're thin. And I love
Hmm.
Tiana baby because she's a friend in my head. But she's, thin.
Yeah.
She got a look maybe a small curve, but again, but I feel like in order to be, I guess maybe in that fashion world, again, you have to be able to, you know, be a certain size. And we know that I can't think of what this actress name was. She's a plus size girl and she's played on, oh god, is it Dominique something? She played in she was in the Dolomite with Eddie Murphy. I can't think of, but I feel like she was in something else too. But she's heavy set, and I remember her saying a while back how some folks didn't want to dress her. Some fashion houses didn't want because of her size. Um, Jennifer Hudson, she's not your number two pencil. And I feel like if you are of bigger size, I think the more higher up and higher up, I mean, as entertainment goes, then these fashion houses will make something to fit you. But I feel like you have to be of a certain status in the popularity world to get something. Because I know Jennifer Hudson, when she first started out, probably the folks didn't give her nothing. These top designers, she probably had to fight to get some from them. Shit, what's the other girl? Leslie Jones. She
Hmm.
tall and big. I'm quite sure, folks. She
Yeah.
was may have been the one I was thinking about
Yeah. Cause
that
yeah.
said that designers wouldn't dress her because of her size. So, you know, it is. I think if you again, if you have a certain status and status, you to get somebody to design something for you. If you're a little bit, you know, thickums.
Yeah, I like I said, I if you haven't watched the documentary, definitely watch it, especially if you watched the show back in the day. Now, if you didn't watch the show, they're going to show you some clips that remind you of the things, but I think it's very different if you didn't watch the show. Like I think if you never watched the show, it's probably you're going to probably have a different take than most people. And also depending on the lens that you're watching it under as well.
Well, and
But
that's going to be another one on Entertainment next month.
our Janice is going to be on there, but
Hmm.
she
And
she
some of them,
was mean. I
now she
remember
was,
her, baby. She was mean back in the day to them. She was mean to every.
no, she
She
was,
literally thought everybody that was not a double zero was fat.
yeah, she was. Now that heifer was mean. Now I got you know, she was. I think she made them kind of clutch their pearls at times and stuff she said.
Yeah,
But
she
I
was
think
she was
she knew
really
that was
mean.
entertainment. You see that? I think she knew that was entertainment, and then too, she probably was on that stuff. Hell, who knows? Man,
Not on it still.
she could have been on that. Yeah, she could have been on something during that time. Who knows?
But we're gonna go ahead and go to the other movie that we were watching. And that is Tyler Perry, Joe College. Let me say get this right.
Road trip.
College road trip. And let me just say this. All of a sudden, when did I tell you about this? Sunday? It was probably Sunday. It,
Sunday, yeah.
yeah, it had to be Sunday. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Mila, did you know? Go watch Joe. And she was like, I didn't even know. I didn't see anything on Instagram. And I said, I didn't know either. I was trying to check to see what date the American Next Top Model, because we had both agreed that we were going to watch that. So, which is a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
because there was not much trending that we wanted to talk about anyway.
Right.
So we decided that's why we're doing both of these. But yeah, Joe's college road trip, where Joe, this is a Tyler Perry production. And when I tell you, the people were mad because they were like, this is not the Christian Tyler Perry no more. We don't have the Christian Tyler Perry, because this is just nasty and disgusting, and you can't just let your kids see this. Now, like somebody said, Joe ain't never been kid friendly.
Not,
Nothing
not, not.
about this, everything about this man being inappropriate, and he been a pimp. So
And
I
you
don't
got
know
a
what you thought you
disclaimer
was
before it
getting.
came on. You got a disclaimer to say how many times he gonna say motherfucker, bitch, what else, nigga. You got a disclaimer when it first came on and how Joe operates. Now, would I recommend this to my white colleagues to watch for Black History Month? No. Would I let an 8-year-old child watch this? No. Was it entertaining? Yeah, it was. It
Oh,
was
it was very, to
entertaining.
me, this was one of the funniest Tyler Perry
Yeah.
movies. Like, it was, and then it let me just say this, because my good sis Mary, from Mary Cosby, from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, her son mentioned this, because her son, being black, was in schools and everything where
Mm,
he was the only black person, or limited. And to me, and what he was saying is that he never got a chance to really be around black people, and he kind of, in a sense, this is basically the gist of what he was saying, because I
mm,
don't want to completely just quote him, but paraphrasing. He kind of wished that he had been around black people, because he grew up in an all white, or predominantly white environment, and he wasn't really exposed to blackness
mm,
like he would have probably preferred. And she was doing a great job, very
mm.
similar to what Tyler was thinking, that like, oh, this school has better options for my
Shielding
child.
him.
Yeah, because a lot of people, most parents want their kids to do better
Mm-hmm.
than them. And this is, I'm not a parent, but this is where I think things get screwed up. And even in this movie, this is one of the things that got brought up. People are so hurt, traumatized, or whatever, or what they went through, and don't want their kids to go through. They don't realize they became who they were, or they became who they are because of what they went through. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, no, you don't want your child to have to like eat rats or roaches, or be around rats or roaches or anything like that. But at the same time, like, you can't just also throw everything at the child and then expect them to have any kind of decency or any kind of respect for money, or this, that, and the third. So it's a fine line. It's clearly a fine line. And to me, that is what the movie was about, along with saying, like, you black, how can you have a black child and never talk to your child, your black son at that? I can understand to a certain extent if you had a daughter and not
Mm-hmm.
being able to say something to the daughter, but not saying something to your black son
Right.
about the police or
Mm-hmm.
anything. Because baby, when he went inside that place with all them Confederate flags, I said, see, this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
he too far gone. He don't even know he in danger.
And they're trying to use the bathroom saying, excuse me. And they done call him nigga and everything. Boy, you lost all of that. And Joe right there knocked out in the car. trying to figure out what's going on. But I will say this, and that is also true, because I feel like, I guess with the times we definitely in now, they're trying to erase history, and so I like and one thing too is that we rely on technology so much that we just don't have a sense of how to do anything without it. We feel like we have to have an electric car like that, but we have an electric car, we can charge it up in this, and then we have GPS, and we can do XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like wanted everything to be planned. And I liked that the road trip, because remember, Lady and I did that when I did that
Oh yeah, went
contract
to
in
California.
California, and we did that road trip, and it was fun because you really get to see things that you normally wouldn't see, and you in the car with folks, and it was just like, okay, this was much needed. But I like the fact too that Joe, in addition to the road trip, was taking him to places, that was
It was
important as
historic, yeah.
far as, Black history. And I thought that was the damn Lorraine Motel that they were staying at in Martin Luther the King room when they was in it.
First of all, let me just say this. And like I was talking to one of my friends today that's traveling, and he was telling me the route that he was going on. And in my mind, I was like, I need to pull out a map, because clearly I don't understand the United States like I thought I understood the United States.
Mm-hmm.
However, as a person that was born and raised in the state of Alabama, and they are in Georgia, I know you do not make it from Georgia to Alabama to
Tennessee.
Mississippi.
But and then it was
the Georgia to Memphis to Alabama to Mississippi. You don't do that. You don't do
I
that.
will say that. Yeah. Now that road
was thoroughly confused. I said, first of all, why are we passing by Graceland, and then you talking about Birmingham, Alabama? And I was like, because to be honest, I really thought he was going to take them, and this is just more behind the scenes. I was like, this is great. The movie is going to be great. Should be great, because maybe they're going to take them to HBCUs. This is Black History
I kind of
Month.
thought that too. Yeah.
This is Black History Month. This is a great something. It's Tyler Perry. It's something, because like I said, I didn't even know the movie existed. So like soon as I saw it, and then like maybe within the first 5-10 minutes, like I'm texting Mila, telling her like, watch it. Maybe they're gonna take them to HBCU. None of that happened. They didn't go to a HBCU at all. In fact, they never made it to any college on the movie. So they should just
made it. They made it to.
It could have been. It should have been called the historic black sites road trip,
landmarks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
because it was.
I also feel slightly clueless, because just like that boy, just like BJ, I did not understand what some of those sites were, but
I didn't know it's a Kimmy friend, baby girl from Beauty and Black. Yeah. I was like, okay, now I remember the signs, Money, Mississippi, yada yada yada.
I had no idea about Money, Mississippi. The Birmingham one, that's the only thing that I said, oh, that looks like something that may be historic. Baby, that water? No clue.
Not a plaque, not nothing. There. I was like, okay, so he's just standing at the creek. And the other place when he was in Mississippi, like, okay, they said that was the lunch counter. Again, not a placard, not nothing, because it looked like he was just standing in front of a doctor's office. Did not look like it had anything to do with history. I mean, really didn't get into history until Tulsa, maybe, because you saw the little bit, the mirrors on the wall, but that was about it. Anything else? And I was a little confused. Again,
they had to give me more context clues, baby, because had she not pulled those photos out and said what it was, baby, I would have been like, why is this man taking him to the water? Why he
Well,
taking a
and
piss in
then
front of the
too, when
door?
he,
Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? I think the only thing that made that I kind of sort of was the Oklahoma stuff, I believe. But other than that, I
Mhm.
was really like I had no clue that that was part of the plot, and I said, I guess I'm a little bit like little BJ. I'm a little,
And the
you
whorehouse,
know.
and I guess I don't know what a whorehouse said. And then they picked up baby girl. I was like, okay, don't quite know where this is going, but okay, you saved her. I mean, she was a smart girl, but I mean, hey. And in the desert, I was like, okay, it's getting a little wild. So I really, it was again, it was funny. It was probably
Mhm.
one of the funny ones. Uh, that I learned some landmarks without the signs on them. I learned that. Um, but I think it was a good bonding trip with his granddad. To learn a little bit. You know, so all in all, it was a good movie. I mean, that's the second Tyler Perry movie we done watched in a week.
Oh yeah, acrimony, and then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't have one for next week, people. We don't have one for that. We already know what we watching next week anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Though we do.
Yeah, it's the anniversary.
Oh, of our dates. Yeah.
hmm Beyond the
Which they
Gates.
didn't have a new episode today.
I know. I came
But
home
the
wanted to watch
episode,
it.
but the one they had on the app is the one I watched last night that they aired today. Somebody's
Oh,
messing around down at the Paramount.
because I didn't see one either. Let me go to my phone because sometimes when I go to my phone and not my TV, it shows up. So let me go to my phone and look.
But yeah, it was on today's episode was on there last night because I watched it. And then they showed it today when I was gonna watch it during my lunch.
Mm. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say that, let me also say this, girl. Let me just go ahead and say it. I said stuff last week, might as well continue because this is Black History Month, and some things just gonna have to need to be said anyway. Just because you don't believe there's a place for things does not mean that there's not a place for things. Because when they were saying, "Oh my goodness, this is a crap college," and talking about Morehouse and saying
Mm.
like, "Oh my goodness, it's racist because it's racist to uh the two white friends because it's a HBCU, which is historically Black college and university." Listen, you can nothing about black says black only. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
literally had water fountains that said white only. Y'all had bathrooms that said white only. And you have a problem with someone saying black and they did not even include only. If you want to go to a HBCU, by all means, go to a HBCU if you are black, white, or whatever. You can
Mm-hmm.
go. You can be purple and green or whatever color you choose to be or claim to be and goes to a HBCU. In fact, you might even get a minority scholarship because guess what? You are a minority. Yes, these things exist. I'm not just saying it just to be saying it. These things are the truth. Now, they may have changed a lot of things because of the whole DEI, so you may not be able to find a minority scholarship. But back in the day, a couple of years ago, you could get a minority scholarship to a HBCU if you were
Fair.
not black. Nothing about BET, nothing about HBCUs, nothing about black business says blacks only. They take all patrons.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you feel discriminated against bothers me because, again, y'all were white only bathrooms, white only
Mm-hmm.
water fountains, white only restaurants, white only hotels, white only jobs. But just
Mm-hmm.
because someone adds black, You think it excludes them, and that's because of your mindset and because how you were raised and how you went through society. So don't come around me, especially talking about, oh, it's discriminating against white people. No, it just lets black people know that they're welcome. So that's my soapbox. Because
There it
I just
is.
had to get off that in my chest because that part pissed me off in that movie because it happens a lot when people
Oh
say,
yeah.
oh, black owned, da da da. That means that white people, nobody is telling white people they can't go. Nobody is telling an Asian person they can't go. Nobody is telling a Hispanic person they can't go. Nobody is telling you that. You just think that because of your racism and
Mm-hmm.
because of your ancestors, what they did with white only. Nothing. I have never seen black only anything.
No.
I've seen for us by us,
Mm-hmm.
but I ain't never seen no black only nothing. I've
Right.
seen black owned, black and woman owned. I have seen HBCU, but I've never seen black only anything.
Mm-hmm.
Black does not mean that you can't participate
But
or
it
go to
also
this
shows
place.
too. But it all, in addition to that, of them having a problem with it being, oh, black on black school, black this, black that. How they got them scholarships just because of who they was and who they was affiliated with, or the daddy done photoshopped his son playing a sport. It shows how
Okay.
they get into college. They gave a little introduction as to how they get into college. When again, we in college based on strictly our academics. A 4.0 and you still ain't good enough, or whatever the highest score of a ACT or SAT. It's still not enough because it's really not who you know. It's not what you know. It's who you know
Mm-hmm.
and how much your folks gonna give or donate to the school.
And if you have a child that you're trying to shelter from, like Tyler Perry character was trying, Brian was trying to shelter his son BJ from the horrors of what happened in black society and what has happened to black people,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's your fault. You should not be trying to hide things because again, you sometimes put your kids or yourself in dangerous situations because of that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
always aware of my surroundings. People know that if I am going somewhere with someone and they are not the same color as me, the first thing I'm going to ask them out my mouth, besides do they have a dog, is do these people know, or other black people gonna be there? Do these people know that I'm coming and I'm black? Because
That's a
I
valid
need to know
question.
this. I need to know this. I need to know this. And if you feel some type of way, just feel some type of way. I have a friend that from college, and I went home with her Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I ain't even know Labor Day existed back in the day because I'm just saying I don't think we did anything. So and I asked her, we're still friends to this day. I said, hey, do your folks know I'm black? Will this be okay that you're bringing a black person to your house? And she was like, girl, yeah. And come to find out, yes, she had other friends. She was in a diverse circle of friends.
Okay.
So she already had black friends. But I need to know this for my own safety because, baby, I need to know if I need to take pictures of license plates, if I
You're gonna
need
be
to
like in an
remember,
episode of Get
baby, if
Out.
I need to take pictures of houses, I need to know what I need to do to protect me. And I don't want anybody ever putting me in a situation, just like I would never put nobody in a situation where they don't feel like they're protected. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
it's not me being,
It's
it's
not
not,
safe.
it's not anyone's being racist. I will not be offended if somebody that was with me, if I had a white person with me or Hispanic person or Asian or whatever ethnicity, race, whatever, that's different from my own. if they say, "Hey, who like um is it gonna be okay for me to go?" I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
one, I'm never going to invite you to a place that's not going to be safe for you. Now, I
Right.
may tell you now, you some of my people ain't got good sense. So if you got a big butt, somebody going to say something about your butt. Just don't take offense to it. I'm going to go ahead and warn you. If you talk a little country, baby, they going to get on you about your accent. Let me just let you know. Cause they're gonna figure out what backwoods you came from. Like I may say stuff like that, not to
Right.
offend anybody, but just say, "Hey, I'm giving you a heads up. What might be a little bit different." Because
Mm-hmm.
again, so you already know because you need to go ahead and judge the situation before you even come with me. Because I'm not gonna put you in danger.
Right.
But I really don't like the fact that people really truly believe that if you don't talk about something, it makes it go away,
Mm-hmm.
or don't exist, or it won't happen. Because, and I know to a certain extent that I have allowed myself to have certain privileges. And I said allowed, baby, because baby, they were God given, they were United States citizen given, and I
Mm.
understand that things are a little bit shaky right now. But
Shake ain't even the word.
I know that I do a lot of suspicious activities because I will sit in front of somebody, I will sit in somebody's neighborhood to look up and order my Pizza Hut. That's all I'm saying. And to order my fire sub. And I know that might be suspicious.
Malcolm, why you ain't at the subway? You want to be fancy.
No, no. But I know that I do stuff and I understand that. But at the same time, I'm very aware of my surroundings. And if I see
Mm-hmm.
somebody keep on coming out, baby, I'm going to go ahead and move my car because I don't want nobody to call the popo on me because I'm not doing anything because they tell you not to drive in text and drive and be on your
That's
phone.
what Oprah
So
said.
that's why I'm not driving and being on my phone. So yes, if I got to be in front of your house to do that, that's what I'm going to do. And I know that that's suspicious to a lot of people, especially for me being black. A lot of things get suspicious for black people.
Mm-hmm. Get a little sus.
And I understand that. But to not teach your child, that's doing them a disservice. That's entirely wrong because you have people like in this movie that literally walked into what could have been a Klan rally for all we know, without the hoods for all we know.
And they'll try to use the bathroom. First of all, you pull up somewhere, there's a gang of motorcycles back up.
Like,
You might well pull up on the side of the road, back up. I don't, if I go somewhere, there's a gang of motorcycles out there, there ain't no car. It's time me to go. Nope. I'll hold that pee.
but see, this is also the thing. I don't think his daddy even let him know that he could pee outside. And so
True.
therefore he doesn't even have any knowledge that he could pee outside.
Hell, he
He could
thought
have
he had all kind of allergies. Couldn't eat chicken. Couldn't eat this. Couldn't eat it.
so I'm just saying,
Teach
be
the
very
children.
keen. Exactly.
Teach. All you
Teach
got to do at the end
teach
of the
them
day.
before they have a consequence because you did because of what you didn't do.
Right. Teach the children.
Yes.
As Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes say, you say, "Wake up, everybody! Time to teach a new way. Wake up, everybody!"
So for episode 52, who is your friend in your head, Mila?
Hmm. Friend in my head for the Black History Month, and this is when we had a president that loved the people, had some empathy, compassion. He loved it. He looked out for the people, and that is Barack Hussein Obama and Michelle Laverne Robinson Obama. They are, and we're going with Sasha and Malia. We go all of them. Those are the friends and family in my head. Cause why? The world was so much better.
We
If people hated folks, they didn't
because
public. They didn't make it out. You know,
when
we
when
had
your
hope.
only when your only scandal was a tan suit,
A tan suit.
Dijon
You know what I mean?
mustard, or no, maybe it was Great Poupon, which I think is Dijon mustard, and a
Hmm.
sleeveless dress, baby, you ain't got no problems in the world right there.
That was a time to be alive. You hear me? The man loved the people. Would go out there and socialize. He knew how to form a sentence.
Oh, girl, paragraphs.
You see what I'm saying? He didn't go on there and talk bad about folks. He worked with the people. They wanted folks to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm. People didn't even like that. You can't
Didn't he
even
like that?
you can't even eat healthy these days without people having an attitude about it.
And he need that. They want you to have germs just because they sniff cocaine on the toilet seat. They said the germs all right. It don't matter. Don't care. Oh, President Obama stopped Ebola from spreading around. You see what I'm saying? Cared about the people. Didn't go around here making movies and getting big deals and lining his pockets. He cared about the people. And
Mm.
that's who is in my head as friends and family is the whole Barack Obama family.
Oh.
Because you know what? That was a time the people, oh, Lord. Mm, that was a good time. Now we living in chaos and confusion.
Okay.
Now we living in a world where somebody he dead. Now, can you give Jesse a little more respect around
He,
here?
did you not see the full thing?
I saw it. I might say he dead. I'm like, good
No.
thing. And then he
And,
talking about folks.
he
Like,
he talked about Jesse and that he loved Jesse and he helped Jesse and Jesse didn't like Barack. What? That's
bro, Jesse loved Barack. I remember
no,
when
hold on, no. I don't believe he did. I don't
you
believe
don't
he
think he
did.
loved him?
No. I don't think they got along at all.
He was around there crying when he around there got elected that night. You
But
remember that?
I think that was more of a. I don't think that was disingenuous or anything. I think that was true, but just because you are happy for someone because of accomplishment does not mean you like them.
I get that.
But I don't think that's what me and one of my other friends were talking about. We don't think Jesse Jackson liked Barack, but
Well, I
that
think Jesse.
person, but you know, that person did not have to make any statements as it relates to Barack because why is Barack on your mind so much?
Let me tell you, he lives rent free in their head, and they just going on, baby, down here at the good
NBA
NBA game,
All
sitting
Star,
courtside right now. You
catching
know,
balls, catching the
still re,
balls to make sure they wasn't hitting Michelle and everything. And also,
still
let me just say this: I am sick
still
and tired of
reading books
people.
to the children.
And I'm also sick and tired of people wanting to call Michelle a man or call him Mike, say Michelle is Michael and all this stuff. Michelle looks like a woman, always looks like a woman. Nothing about Michelle gives man. Y'all insecurities is showing because I don't understand. I don't
They
understand.
don't like a woman that got class. See, Michelle went to school.
Okay.
She grew up in the neighborhood. You know the people. She know the
And she
people.
ain't lie about her education,
Mm-mm.
allegedly.
That woman got some.
Like
That woman got some
like
education.
like that person that they had to pull from the theaters because it wasn't really doing well.
And where'd she come from? Probably one of Epstein friends. But we
We're gonna say
digress.
allegedly. We're
We'll
gonna
say
say allegedly.
allegedly one of his little friends. So you know what? We ain't gonna get them folks the time of day. But we gonna rock with our people. And may Jesse rest where he gonna rest.
Hmm.
He did what he could for the people, and may he rest.
Yeah.
Uh now, I know that somebody said, there was a certain psychic out there said somebody was gonna be gone on the day, but it's still early in the day and the night, so a lot can happen in the next few hours. So I know Jesse wouldn't what they said. Jesse's not the one they said was gonna be gone leaving today. So I mean, we're
Did
gonna
you see?
find out.
Did you see that article that I sent you with the lady, the lady at the library got in trouble?
You sitting on IG?
Yeah.
I'm behind on my IG messages.
Okay. So for my shout out, I want to shout out Chandra Cheeseborough. Maybe it's Cheeseburger. It's Shellman also.
Cheeseburger? Who? What now?
Cheeseborough.
Who is this?
So she is actually the head track and field coach at Tennessee State University.
Okay.
Um, and she also, from my understanding, um, graduated from Tennessee State. She went to Tennessee State. I believe she graduated from Tennessee State as well. But she is their, like I said, head track and field coach, and she is also the recipient of 2 gold Olympic medals. And I'm saying this because we're in the Olympics. I know I probably should have given somebody, like Asana, is that her name? I can't think of the girl's name. I probably could have did one of the figure skaters or somebody that was doing the Winter Olympics. But listen, Olympics, summer,
That's it.
spring,
And
fall, winter,
and she at the TSU.
the spring,
So, there
summer,
you go.
the spring, summer,
Spring, summer, fall.
the spring,
Spring,
summer
summer,
Olympics.
fall.
But she won 2 gold medals at the Los Angeles Olympics in 1984, and she
Okay.
won 1 silver medal at the same Olympics. Um, and she is the head track and field coach at Tennessee State University, and she has been there for, I think they said, like 34 years, 35
Oh,
years. Like,
okay.
she's been there for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's been the coach since 1999. Looks like 1999. And she
Okay.
also was the assistant coach for the Olympics in 2008.
Mm.
She coached the sprint and the hurdles for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. So I just want to say, shout out to her. Not only because it's Black History Month and we celebrate, and then we're also involved in the HBCU as well. So I just want to clap it up for her. And the last thing we're going to talk about really briefly is good old Ray J. Ray J, I don't know if you got months to live or whatever, because nobody knows the day in an hour, baby. And I don't think you know either. But don't be
I
going out
do
there.
know where you
Don't be
did
going
you
out there bleeding on people. Like,
with a heart monitor.
if it's that bad, I need you to stay at home. Like, just stay at home. You out here doing too much nowadays, Ray J. Ray J. You always been doing too much, but now you doing a lot.
You know what? What's his real name? I mean, and what's Ray J real name? We're gonna
I
call
think
him
it's
by his.
Raymond. I'm
Let's
almost surprised
find out
it's
what it.
Raymond.
Ask the people on the what you call what his real, because I feel like Raymond is a little bit too uh something. Because
I'm sorry, it's William Ray Norwood Jr.
William Ray Norwood Jr. Get your ass somewhere and get you some help and go and follow them doctor's orders. You ain't got no business in no smoky club with no pacemaker, heart monitor on, with a drink in your hand and blood running down your eye. If it's real, because I'm quite sure folks can bleed from their eye. But you had no business in them people club with all them germs. Get yourself somewhere, because who knows? You could have weeks to live, and you out there in that club. You should have been at home resting. You should have been at home taking your medicine. You should have been at home trying to get right with the Lord. You should have been at home spending these last good days on earth that you have with them children. You should have been at home trying to make things right with your family. But you want to go out here in the club on Valentine's Day and pass out roses.
With a
Get
bleeding
your,
eye.
with a bleeding eye. Get your ass somewhere, Raymond. William Raymond Noah Wood Jr., and sit down. Because my one wish for you is to get better. Because I
Song
don't,
you know of it. It's the only song you know, right?
Well, wait a minute. Now they did that was a bop too. So wait a minute and get better, because that's my one wish. So you need to be at home rested. You need to be meeting with your specialty doctors and asking them, what do I need to do to prolong my life? Because you got more days behind you than you got ahead of you at the rate you going, Ray J. Your sister out here singing these good songs, these Star Spangled Banners around here, and you want to sit up there and pass out roses. Your priority's in the wrong place, Ray.
Let it go, Ray.
Lucid, Ray. You sick now. We all sick and we all suffering with some kind of ailment and taking medications. But you out there with your eyes bleeding, and you got a heart monitor. Boy, if you don't get somewhere and sit down, because now that heart monitor's all off track. It beating all, it regular and all that carrying on. Probably needed CPR when you got home. Probably needed oxygen. Get your ass somewhere and sit down, Ray J. We don't need no more of this. We too early in the 20s and the 26 to be losing somebody as young as you. Now, folks are dying that ain't never died before. But we ain't trying to lose you right now. I mean, I feel like you can, you got the money.
No, apparently they said, according to Wikipedia now, take this with a grain of salt, but they said Brandy is paying for his treatments.
Well, somebody need to pay for him. And see, if I'm paying for his treatments and I'm Brandy, and I see him at the club, that'd have been the last treatment I'd have paid for. The last. You would have been you had to just sign up for your local California insurance at this point, or wherever you living at. You would sign up for state benefits, because I'm not wasting my good money, my good tour money I just got.
Your good tour money.
Nope.
And
I
apparently
will find
he's
Brent.
a
I keep
fan
going
of
out
you. Apparently, he's a supporter of you know who.
And you know what? We can't save him. We ain't finna waste no more time on him. We can't save him all. You know what? He can. No, I'm not. No. No. Brandy, baby, go continue to sing Full Moon. Almost Doesn't Count. Say a prayer for your brother. And honey, I'll let Sonia and the daddy deal with that. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care. And if I was Prince's love, I'd make sure his insurance policy is paid up. Because if she got one on him, she may need to get one on him. Because at the rate he going, he gonna be singing with somebody. He gonna either be singing with the goats or the lambs at the way he going right now. Next. We ain't wasting no more time on it. There's more pressing stuff to talk about than Ray J's silly ass.
I know. As soon as I said that, you gonna be like, absolutely not, absolutely.
Absolutely not. No. He don't care. He don't care about himself. And whatever friend he was with that drug his ass and drove him to the club. You need your ass beat too. You know your friend dying. Motherfucker done told us he ain't got about 2-3 good months to live. and y'all go drag him to the club. No, that motherfucker can't see, eyes is bleeding. And with a pacemaker on, and then walking around there with a cup in his hand. He don't give a good goddamn about his health. And if I was Brandon, I wouldn't. That would be the last payment I would make. Figure it out yourself, bro. Go get you a good RX card and get your prescriptions, because I'm done. Done. Princess Love, make sure that policy paid up. Hope he got a good suit around there to wear. Or if he gonna get cremated, hope he got everything in order. Because the way he going, no. Next. Y'all folks be blessed, because we ain't for sitting and talking no. Not on this good day that Jesse Jackson of Rainbow Push Coalition done passed away.
So for episode number 52 of Real Life is Friends podcast, where the group chat turns into a podcast, this is one of your hosts, Kimberly.
I'm Mila.
And peace up, A-Town.
Beep, 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 beep.